Oh my God.
Let's back things up a little bit. Wipers died.
They just died.
Yeah. Look at how far over they are. It's like the motor fell off or something, or the linkage.
Oh no. Some might say we're on the trip of a lifetime, but some days it feels like we're treading water. The goal is to drive 19,000 miles in our 32-year-old camper van.
You can't make this stuff up. Gotta get the money shot here.
Pro status.
Pro status. Look at her go.
Last week our wheel bearing took a dump, our fridge gave out, and now this happened. 702 days since we started this journey in Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, and you better believe we're not giving up the dream.
Welcome back to Barely Squeakin By. I know, it was so funny because it was downpouring so hard we could barely see. We were going like 5 miles an hour, and then the windshield wipers just stopped. Well, it's not as easy of a fix as I hoped, but not giving up yet.
Anyways.
Okay, so not an easy fix on the side of the road without getting too in depth. So we're just gonna try and drive slow and cautiously. And if we have to throw on the hazards and pull off the side of the road or throw on the hazards and go real slow, that's what we're gonna do. Because I think we can get ahead of this storm if we just keep moving.
Always a fun time.
Turn on the lights though. Man, if we could just follow that bus, too bad he's going straight.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, but you only get so much luck in your luck jar. So hard to see. Is it hard to do?
No, it's not bad. Like going 20 miles an hour is no problem.
The steering column rattled, our eyes fixated on the water droplets, and worry washed away with every mile we were making. But who was I kidding? Worry's my middle name. So I tore open a bag of chips because I wasn't going down without stuffing my face with Doritos.
Dude, am I on a one-way?
Oh my God.
I'm on a one-way.
Yeah. Oh my God, babe. Why wasn't nobody honking? That was insane.
It just went to one-way.
Wow.
Yeah. Thanks, Google. Google Maps got me again. For some reason, it's always sending us the wrong direction on one-way streets in foreign countries, but we haven't found anything better yet, so we keep using it. Our patron's house is on the horizon, and we're so grateful he's allowing us to crash his yard to fix up this old van in Costa Rica. The wheel bearing can't take much more. We need a fridge, and the wipers aren't wiping.
We're not wasting any time, but here's the thing. Our patron prefers not to be on camera, so we're going to refer to him as Joe Bob, and we're not holding back telling you how he helped us pull this off.
We have a 1993 Dodge Road Trek. You can't get Dodge parts anywhere south of Mexico. Not easily anyways. But Joe Bob reached out saying he was on board to help. He lives here in Costa Rica and knows the ins and outs of what can and can't be shipped. He researched daily to make sure we got exactly what we needed. Really grateful to have the awning, mostly to shade me from the sun. Doesn't seem like it's gonna rain today, but I'm excited to get inside here, look and see what the bearings are doing, how well they've held up to all of our abuse that we've given them. We sourced our wheel bearings from Napa Auto Parts, but Napa won't ship here, so we used a company out of Miami that specializes in importing US goods to Costa Rica. All right, well, it's still all there. All the rollers are in the cage. Definitely looks a little bit sloppy though, and you can tell the grease is supposed to be red, but it's metallic. But they got us here, so I give them credit. There's a mosquito.
Joe Bob put everything in his name for ease of transport. It was many hours of phone calls, research, and ideas spread out on the table to make this happen. He couldn't have done this alone and will someday pay it forward to someone else. Total cost for the inner and outer wheel bearings and seals, with import fees, $150.
Well, since I'm this far into it, I decided to rotate the tires, see if we can stretch a couple extra miles out of them.
Jay worked in the hot heat with mosquitoes buzzing, but being under the carport gave much relief to the tropical sun.
They're a little lower than I thought.
One surprising thing he found is that the front brakes are wearing unevenly, and that was going to be a problem if we didn't have spares for the road.
Here's what I discovered with the wipers. The motor to linkage bushing failed, and we're gonna need to get creative in order to fix it.
We drove to town the next day searching for brake pads and anyone who could help find a bushing. It was like searching for a needle in a haystack, and the odds were stacked against us, but we had nothing to lose.
We went to 4 different stores, and after getting rejected at the first 3, we found someone willing to measure every dimension of the brake pads to find us a match. Can you believe they're made for a Mazda, but will work on a Dodge? We can't believe it either, but they look exactly the same. Total cost, $45. No import fees, and we thought that was a pretty darn good deal. So if we can't fix our wipers, we're running Rain-X. Not sponsored.
The Rain-X isn't a joke. The stuff really works if you haven't tried it already, and it's going down as our last resort. Jackpot.
Dude, it's air and repellent.
We did it, we got 4 of them. Total cost, $27.
We don't even need to fix the wipers now.
Yeah, we got this. The final piece of the puzzle is to find a nylon bushing. Every store in town so far has rejected us, sending us elsewhere. I found a review online for a place that reviewers claimed had spare parts you can't find anywhere else, and they were our last hope. So cool, they're really trying though.
No questions asked. As soon as they saw our part, they immediately got out their tackle box full of bushings. They had every size imaginable, but none were an exact fit.
Looking for this guy right here.
My mind is blown right now. I tested a few on the van out front and started to get excited. I think we might have a winner here. That one. But I don't like how it doesn't
Have a thing.
it doesn't have a cap and it doesn't have a keyway. But again, it wasn't the Cinderella shoe we were looking for. Time to get creative.
All right, Jay's gonna try to fix it here on the side of the road. They are opening up a spot for us. The owner of the shop let us pull into his brother's yard to shield us from the intense sun.
Okay, it's so cool. The owner was so concerned. He was like, oh, the sun, the sun. And so we got this perfect like shade tree spot to fix our rig. So good.
So cool. It's a family-run business. The owner, Carlos, and his son, also named Carlos. We got a shop dog and everything. Look at this. Jay tried to carve out his own nylon bushing from one that was a bit too small. And before we knew it, the owner was right there with us.
Let's see.
Huh.
We worked together with limited language skills, and what was neat is that you can point to things and nod your head and really understand each other without fully speaking. But let me tell you, it was a struggle and a half to get access to the area where the wiper motor linkage is.
I couldn't believe he was out there with us, sweating like crazy and in it for the long haul. He wasn't going to let us fail, and we didn't need words to be said to believe it. It was a great success. He said, you want any water or coffee over here?
Yeah, I don't want water.
Some water or coffee?
We purchased 2 more bushings just in case. Total cost $6.
They offered us water and coffee, but that's not all. His son gifted us their country flag sticker, and it's one we didn't have.
That's so cool. Wow.
Carlos placed it on the van himself, sealing in the unspoken friendship we had made. He even placed his store sticker right on the back, and that's when we gave him one of our own.
Oh, that's so cool.
Barely Squeakin By was here.
Well, that was quite the experience. We go to get a simple part for our windshield wiper motor and met the most incredible people ever. And then, as if that wasn't enough, like he hadn't done enough for us already, he asked where we're staying tonight, if we want to stay in the spot where we worked on the van underneath the trees in his brother's property. So we couldn't pass that up. I felt like we would have been disrespectful if we didn't do it. And so he's letting us stay there for free. I tried to give him money for helping or for letting us camp or for anything. Wouldn't take it.
Would not take it.
Insistent on not taking it.
He's like, stay as long as you want, whatever.
Super
whatever
cool.
You want. Amazing.
It was so nice.
Wow.
So nice.
Good job, babe.
Yeah, well,
you put in a lot too. Like, you worked really
babe,
good.
but you found that place, so it all goes. All the credit goes to you because
taking off those wiper blades too.
Yeah, you found that too. This is my little researcher. I'm just the grunt that does the work, but this is the brains behind the operation right here. She can shake her head no all she wants, but everybody knows the truth. Brains, brawn. Woke up to a brand new day with luck on our side. There was only one thing missing. We set our sights on higher elevations to try to escape the heat, but first stopped at a traditional Costa Rican restaurant for lunch. Fried plantains, beans, salsas, and chicken fajitas. Price for this feast was $25.
They even had wild macaws in the parking lot trees.
Oh, look at him. Yeah.
With full bellies and a capable van, we drove up the winding roads to what felt like a secret hidden fortress waiting for our arrival. The cooler air lit smiles on our faces that even the rain could not put out. You could see for miles in the distance, and all our prior struggles faded into the mountain peaks. I love it here. It's so beautiful.
We parked our van on the edge and I was finally able to fly the drone again, to see the world below and how we fit like a speck of dust on the horizon of time. Time is all we have, and doing this trip makes us very aware of that fact.
I think this is my most favorite place we have ever camped on this whole trip. Our van's parked right here, and we have 180-degree views. Amazing. Jay's chilling.
Chilling. These chairs are actually pretty comfortable. One thing that she didn't mention is that we're at about 2,000 feet elevation, and there's this nice steady breeze that's pretty much blowing all the time. We have had some pretty good downpours. That's a bad idea.
That was a horrible idea.
Which is fine. That cools it down as well, but that breeze is just the ticket.
And let me show you something else. We have our own shower. There's no one else up here. It's just us. So quiet at night. Check this out.
It's just like AuBrey said, we're the only ones here. They have a small little cafe just over there on the other side of the hill, which had, I have to admit, some banging zucchini. No, have to admit, it had some banging carrot cake. Super good. We hit it just at the right time. He had just taken it out of the oven. It was still warm. Nothing beats that. Here it is, right here. Look at that.
Shower. Give him a show. Yeah. Con fuerza.
Everything you could ever wish for right there. I will say though, since we're in the mountains, the water is chilly. This beautiful overlook where we're staying is called La Colina. It's $20 per night per vehicle. And what we found is that's about the going rate here in Costa Rica. Everything's about that.
There's a wash bin right here. Jay washed his dirty coveralls in there the other day.
I did it the hand way. Hand wash like the lady you saw in the previous video. And let me tell you, that's not easy.
I don't think a lot of people come here. Most people just go to the coast, and we're gonna let you in on a little secret. We are standing right now on top of a gold mine, and not a lot of people know about it.
It is really cool. They have some history that they'll share with you. You can do a tour. It's really cool. And actually, we didn't know that this region was so well known for gold mining, but it is. On our drive in, we were seeing men in hard hats who still work in the mine today. You can also take a tour of the mine that sits right underneath where our van is parked.
What is it?
This is the gold mine. Come look. Check it out. You want a pick or a shovel? Go ahead, get in there. The caretaker Jordy has cut in some walking trails all over the hillsides where you can do little loops, get different viewpoints and perspectives, and stretch your legs. Jordy is originally from Spain and took a liking to this place and now calls this his paradise. He walked us around showing us the minerals and rocks found in the area, giving us some staggering numbers of gold found here throughout the years.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
these words and these from a mine down here.
The arrows. Yeah, the arrows.
He built a bakery on site that serves coffee and treats for sunrise and sunset.
You can see the closest volcano from us is that one.
Oh, okay.
The last, all these, that group of mountains at the very end, they have no trees. That is the Cerro Pelado.
There's even an impressive telescope anyone's free to use to view the islands afar or the stars at night.
Looks like the Sahara. So cool.
We got to try star fruit for the first time, and Jay thinks it tastes like vitamin C.
So we just cut this up and eat it, or you
Yeah,
just... Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was quite sour, but still pretty tasty.
How is it?
You never tasted before?
No,
No, is it
it's a
more
little
sweet, more
it's
tart?
sour.
Sour?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It tastes like vitamin C. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's tart.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
Have a
it's so
drink.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful fruit. It looks nice.
We took our chances on a rope swing that launches you right over the edge. Although it looks as slow as molasses from a camera's perspective, it still made you feel something. Yeah, right? Would you try the swing? Let us know.
Hey, Tony. How you doing? Oh, Tony. Mr. Tony. Sleeping. He always falls asleep right away. Look at that. Sleeping.
This is the new fridge cooler we got. It runs off of 110 and 12 volt. So what I ended up doing is wiring in a cigarette lighter receptacle so that we can run it off 12 volts so we don't have to have the inverter going all the time. Our patron, Joe Bob, was able to source this in country, which was a benefit in a couple different ways. One, it showed up at his house a day or two after he ordered it, And 2 is we didn't have to pay the import duties on it. I feel like we got a pretty good deal on it. It cost $500. We were looking at units in the US that were $500 to $1,200 times 2 once it gets to us. I was able to get one more project in. So this is my sandpaper. We have some 80 grit right here, and then next door over there we have 120 grit. So you first hit it with the 80 grit.
Jay has always been a doer. He's been hands-on all the way since the day I met him. I just watch and ask questions because my mind wants to figure things out.
The goal is to elevate the cooler off of the floor of the van because, as you know, the van floor gets very warm when we drive. That kind of gives it a rough shape, but you can see there's still these splinters on there. So then you take it next door to the 120 grit side, and that's where you put the fine finish on it.
It's just really interesting to see what he comes up with.
So I'm gonna glue these on as little spacers on the bottom, which will create an air gap, which will break the heat transfer from the floor into the cooler, thus making the cooler work harder over time because it has to work through the heat that's created from the van.
Huge thank you to our patron Joe Bob for helping us out with everything.
And also Carlos and his son and everybody that worked at the auto parts stores who took the time to find us the parts that we needed.
Like we said, we know we're gonna have a chance to pay it forward someday, and we look forward to doing that for somebody else.
It's one thing I love is helping people out when they are stuck in a spot, and everybody knows that's watched these videos, we've been stuck quite a few times. Coming up next, we're excited to get out on the road in Costa Rica. We've always heard so many great things about this country, and we can't wait to share it with you guys.
And right around the corner, we will be conquering the Darien Gap, hopefully. It's gonna be stressful, exciting, all the things, and we cannot wait to have that experience.
And just to be specific, we're not going through the Darien Gap, we're shipping around it. You're not gonna see us taking the migrant route through the Darien Gap.
You just ruined all the fun.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Thanks for watching.
As always, die living.
You and I, we got wild love. Wild love. You and I, we got wild love. Wild love. You and I, we got wild love. Wild love. You and I, we got wild love. Wild love.
Oh man, you remember 52 Pickup? That game?
Yep.
The card game?
That was just a cool trick. That wasn't a game.
That's some karma right there. You must have done that to somebody growing up. What do they call this? 360 views?
No, 180.
Barely Squeakin By.
Hey, Tony.
Is it always that tart?
You wanna do smoothie, then you can add honey.
Oh, yeah.
Tony, how you doing?
I mean, they should just give us the whole box. That's too loose. That's so funny.
So we see these only sometimes in the United States, but they're very expensive
Right.
because it, comes from far away. Yeah.
No, you never know. It might be good.
Yeah, so the question is that gonna stay right there?
This is where this thing lives, right here. So we never
We never know what to do with
because
it.
you see it, you don't know how to eat it.
Who's that?
He's helping me the whole time.
Yeah, sweating.
Sweating. We
He
were
was
both
sweating.
just dripping sweat. I couldn't have done it by myself. We actually needed like 3 hands or 4 hands because it was just so much involved. But man, that guy Carlos was so cool.
This in the grocery store. The butterflies are everywhere in Costa Rica.
Dude, Rain-X is awesome. Look at that. Chilly, chilly, chilly. So you got to take a shower in the middle of the day, and then you get the best of both worlds. Cool water, warm weather. There you go. Yeah, pump it like that. Lean your head back so your hair flows in the breeze. We're gonna see if we can start a sticker trend here at La Colina in Costa Rica. Threw away our old cooler, as you probably saw. and this takes its place. All right, let's go drive in circles so we can find a place that has air conditioning.
Yeah,
like
let's
a
go to the grocery store.